Watch that video, that Valheim video. Oh, Greg
That
did.
was brilliant. That
So
was so
hilarious.
good.
I love him. I
It
love
was
that channel.
brilliant. It was so good.
It's so funny.
I wonder if I can defeat these with campfires. Yes, I can.
And the shitty builds. I could put a bed here. It's covered, isn't it? He just digs and puts a bed underneath the temple.
It was so, yeah.
He does it all his videos like that, like for Raft and all these survival stuff. He just breaks them.
Good times.
All right, gentlemen.
Good.
We're indoors.
Better get my notes out.
I believe that probably a good time to get started. So everyone roll a D20.
We are indoors, aren't we?
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope it's not me today, because I really have very little recollection of what's happened at all for the last...
My notes are always cryptic, but...
Oh, bang in the middle.
Are fun.
Oh, good. There you
Straight
go.
down the middle. You can fight for that.
All right. Who are we missing?
I wasn't here last week.
That's
Miss, I wasn't here last week, Miss.
Actually, no one.
No excuse, Shaw.
No one was here.
You should have copied the notes.
None of us were here last week.
No one was here last week. Actually, given no one was there last week, maybe I'll just recap for you. So you all left the
I remember
cave. You all left the cave complex on your way towards the second set of caves, with a few of you not feeling great. Garavid really feeling the effects of some lungs not working so well at this point in time, and others not feeling 100%. Walking in the direction you came across two centaurs, minotaurs. Which one did I have?
Centaurs.
Thank you very much.
And they literally almost came across Keef. Literally.
You actually came across these two centaurs, of which they seem to recognize you, Keef, and also another young character who was not very was a little bit cautious of all of you, and then found out that this was the brother of Fevin, who had passed away, and you basically sort of told them of the death and what had happened, and managed to befriend them, spend some time, and then parted ways with the group of you heading towards Bear's Run. And Keef, you joined with the rest, the centaurs and Fevin's brother, to go and clean out the caves to aid some support as the rest moved on. The rest moved on in the direction of Bear's Run, managing to be quite forcefully telling the two guards on the side of the road to get out of the way effectively and leave them alone. And then going to the stable, where you got a much better reception, according to yourselves, and were welcomed into the city with open arms after doing some tilling or some shit shifting for them, and were led into town. You were aware that you would have to go and collect some money at some point in time, but that there was also someone down at the docks who would maybe be able to support you in getting a cure for your ailments. Yes, so by Posbild the Drake.
Osbild the Drake's a shaman, sorcerer, sage, old witch.
Yes,
I've got
exactly.
Sounds a bit scary.
You were aware.
Hell of a job title.
Yeah.
Exactly. You were aware of some places to go to try to get some additional support and some place to stay. for the evening. And upon getting to your place to stay for the evening, you were greeted by someone who thought you were there for some additional activities, which you were not.
A mate of Keef's, evidently.
Yeah, mate of Keef's, who had basically, or at least an acquaintance of Keef, who owed Keef something, and therefore invited you in and brought you downstairs to what looks like a fighting ring underneath the city as you entered in. So as you enter into this fighting ring, and we'll sort of double up a little bit here, you see the sort of red-haired gentleman who brought you in. You come in, and it's like, all right, the fights are still going. Make sure you stay quiet, stay out of it, and just be a bit wary of the people. But enjoy. And
There's fights, you say? Any chance we can partake in these fights?
Oh, anyone can partake. When the two that are in there, when one of them taps out, that's the end of that fight. You can either challenge the guy who's still in there after he gets a little bit of healing up, or you can challenge someone else in the
And there's
space.
money to be made. One can place a bet, as it were.
Are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm Prince Garavid.
Okay. You ask a lot of questions. This is not the type of
I'm
place
not no narc, mate.
No grass.
All right, I'm not no grass, my good fellow. Snitches, don't they get stitches? I understand.
I believe that's the phrase.
That's the parlance
Parlance of our times.
that you under people use when you converse.
Yeah. Is that all right? Actually, roll a persuasion check for me.
I'm actually on. I'm exhausted, aren't I? Is that
That'll.
is that,
It's not disadvantage on.
Disadvantage on ability checks. So yeah.
Oh, that's okay. So
roll another one.
Yep. Was it persuasion, wasn't it? Why did I do performance?
You did perception, so
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah, exactly.
Persuasion, performance, perception. One of those. Oh my.
Yeah, one of the P ones.
In the end, it ended up being a 13 anyway. Regardless, he looks at you and he goes, "You said you were friends of Keith, so officially there's no money to change hands. Officially," and he gives you a wink.
All right. I see, good man. Like that, is it? Good.
And then brings you.
I'm sorry. I'm a friend of the Red Rager here, the Prince Garavidimus, as he goes by. But I was just wondering, are there any rules to these fights?
Definitely rules. We have blunted weapons available, so no one's going to get completely killed. But basically, pop in there when the bell rings. First one to attack attacks. Obviously based on initiative out of game. Basically, everything's pretty much fair game, but no outside assistance. Just
magic.
Just the two that are in there.
Can we use the arcane arts?
Can you?
Is that within the rules?
Well, I mean, what type of magic you're talking about? I mean, any of this sort of blasting stuff out of your hands, sort of releasing a fireball, that's sort of not really the way we do things here. It's more fists and wooden swords, sort of like beat the opponent down, but
Not char them to a crisp with your fiery breath.
It's preferable you don't burn this place down to the ground at all.
No, I mean, I have other bows, other arrows in my quiver.
I
can destroy them in other ways.
I'll step forward and go, you've probably never been in an actual fist fight in your life, have you, Red? So let's be honest.
People tend to die when I get into fights.
Possibly, yeah. I'm keen. I'm happy. I'll be obviously not making any money. But,
are we allowed to assist people before they step into the ring?
Look, if there's a magic user in the ring and you're a magic user and the other person's a magic user, maybe you can work it out amongst yourselves. But in the meantime, this is a fair fight place. People come here to let off some steam at the end of a long day fishing. They're not here to really to bother about a bunch of upstarts coming into town. I've let you in because I owe Keef some stuff. Just don't make a fool out of me.
That's fine. We understand. Just finding out what the ground rules are.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Alice Clar, as they say.
At this point in time, there's also a very large sort of almost gong-like sound reverberates through the cavern here, and he goes, "All right, more blood for the ring. Go through there, talk to Arias. You'll be able to work out which one Arias is when you get in there." And then he runs past and goes back upstairs.
To him.
I just asked, Toe, are you inclined to take part in this competition yourself?
I mean, if I can become a bear, then sure.
I was thinking we could do some cheeky things like this unseen servant I've got, and just to keep flicking their ear or something to distract them while you punch them in the nose.
You know what?
And I can turn invisible. So
well, there's always that, and then you can just stick your sword in him.
I like the unpretentious nature of this. It's people fighting hard, proper weapons.
I just want to get stuck in.
Yeah, I see this as a place we can make a lot of money.
I just want to get stuck in and start smacking some people about.
Well, I ask because I feel I can pray to the god of thunder to bring a bit of impact to this, but my prayer can reach out to three. I feel I can bring that blessing to three of us. So
you can do that, Cirrus. I think we will be gratefully.
Because I certainly won't be rolling up on my sleeves and punching anybody.
That's fair enough, my man. But you can bring a different angle to.
I'll bring a loud cheer for when you win.
Quite handy in a fist fight, anyway, Toe, aren't you? You know, even if you're not a bear.
I mean, if the person is my size, sure. Otherwise, I tend to struggle to get up.
I mean, we're still outside. People haven't seen us. We could do a proper job on this. We could stick somebody in as a ringer. Like we'll have the little Constantine coming in. Maybe me and Toe can have maybe me and Toe could have a fight, right? We'll fight it out, and then I'll get beaten by Toe, and then you come in and go, "Oh, I'll fucking have him," and then he goes down in the first round, and then you make lots of money because no one's going to bet on you. Well, they're going to bet on you to lose, and then you win all the money.
Johnny Liston taking a flop here, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
The dragon goes down in the fourth. You hear me?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't this the plot of Snatch? I told you, the Jippo goes down in the fourth.
Periwinkle blue, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off, mate. I tell you.
All right. Yeah. Knuckle, then I'm in, sure.
All right.
Is shape changing allowed, Mark? I suppose. So.
Maybe I could go around and find out if there's any other shape changer who wants to take on another shape changer. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Currently, what you know is what you were told, and you're sort of standing outside in a quite echoey cave area out the front of
we're obviously whispering.
Fair enough.
Were you actually whispering, or were
Yeah,
you?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. Any of you who, roll just all of you roll a deception check. It'll be a team deception check.
Deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a.
All right. Okay. The door of this area swings open as a fighter sort of pushes open the door and falls out with sort of blood streaming down one side of the face and sort of like coughing a little bit, puts a hand up on the wall, and you see sort of the blood soaked hand touching the side as they wander across over to this sort of crate in the side and open it up, and then just sort of swig a little bit of liquid out of this little red vial, and swigs that, and then sort of, oh, more fresh meat for everyone. Well, good luck. And then sits down on the crate and just sort of sits there, taking their breath back in again. As you hear a large sort of cheer, also at the same time from inside the room, and a sort of loud voice that reverberates throughout this cabin sort of goes, "So who's up next? Who's up next to take the battle?"
We go inside. I can't move my thingy.
yeah.
No,
I
likewise.
can't move,
Can't
my,
move my
thingy.
legs.
I'm stuck to the spot.
Oh, I can't move my thingy.
No, fair.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Sound like a harsh girlfriend I once had.
I don't know. If you couldn't move it, then it's not harsh.
A bit callous, maybe.
Callous.
Callous, yeah. That's a much better description.
Although callous is probably what you had as well.
I might say to this before we go in. I might just say to this. I might just say to this person who's in the ring. Anything? Any tips we can you can give us before we go in?
Be fast. Try not to stand still too much.
Nice.
And pretty much no holds barred. But just be aware. Not everything you might try will be allowed. You'll work out when you've done something wrong.
All right. Thanks. I'm going to
strike first, strike hard.
That's what I'm going to be doing.
That's what the rules
Your
are.
nonsense. That's how I like it.
When we, I'll go to Garavid. Are you fighting first, my sweet prince?
I was actually trying to run away and make it look like I wasn't with you, but I shall come back. I shall come back. What was that?
I might go over. I might suggest that I'm going to go over and talk to.
I can go with you, Garavid, and we can just,
So
you two
go over here.
You two do a little bit of a recce. I'm going to suggest that we go and talk to whatever this bloke was called, who I've forgotten.
I might have a chat to this Baldio.
Yeah, so I didn't click on anyone, so you can go and talk to whoever you want. As you enter into the room, you see a sort of elven-looking, slight woman with a large sort of I just forgot the name of it. This what's it called? Portal shield. So this large sort of tall shield, and is standing there with what looks to be a short sword, and it looks to be metal, and doesn't look to be the blunted sort of sword that you were just told about as well. At that same time, you see this sort of young human sort of guy pull off his cloak and sort of pull up his almost skivvy as he puts it up to his neck and sort of then does a flip, and lands down onto the ground. I don't know whether skivvy is a British term, but it's an Australian one for that neck thing that goes up to here. Like a t-shirt that's really high on the neck.
Turtle neck?
Roll neck.
Like a roll
Turtle
neck?
Yeah.
In Australia, we call them a skivvy.
Lightweight, high neck, long sleeve garments, according to Google.
Right, there we go. We just call skivvy servants.
Yeah.
I
think it's Simmerson and Sharp, to be fair.
He jumps in the ring wearing a servant. He pops into the ring. And you see him then do a flip, land on the ground, and then sort of get himself into a position as the female elf runs up and makes a big attack with the sword, missing as she goes there, and the second one also missing, swipes down twice towards him, and you see the glint of steel coming across towards him as he ducks out of the way. He then turns around and misses, hits her with the second punch, and as he hits her with the second punch, you just see her lock up with the sword, standing still with the sword. He then flips around and kicks onto her right knee, whacking into the right knee and knocking her down onto the ground as she sort of stays there looking almost stunned. And then he whacks her again over the head. She's sort of sitting there. He then goes whack again with two hands onto the side, and then she just falls and collapses to her knees, and then he just keeps pounding in. But she sort of goes to punch and then sort of starts to cheer and look around the room, trying to work out who's going to be next in the space.
Savage.
And 1 second, just all of the people just shifted where they are on the screen somehow. Sorry. Yeah, and basically does that, starts cheering and talking. You see this woman sort of get back up to her knees and turn around with the sword. Goes to swipe, but again misses as he dodges out of the way. And then with two whacks, just goes bang, bang. She then falls to her knees and puts her hands up with the two fingers to say that she surrenders at that point in time. And then he turns around to walk away, and then turns around and roundhouse kicks her to the face as she goes down to the ground. The whole crowd around start to cheer. What do you all do?
She'd given up. I'd say boo. Boo.
Yeah, I'm going to boo as well. Boo. Poor show. Poor show.
Yeah.
Sarah's frowns and asked the main guy. That didn't look like a blunt sword to me.
Who are you calling main guy?
The guy who spoke to us on the way in. Sorry. Who we spoke to on the way in. I think
he's
gone who I'm next to.
He's gone upstairs. You've just come in and started talking to a guy. The guy goes, it's definitely steel. But yeah, you're going to take a weapon into that ring. You've got to go and see Aris first.
Who's Aris?
The one up there, the top of the steps. Points up to the top here. Aris, Arius, whatever they want to be called. Changes every week, actually. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
let's keep find it.
Go and ask them what's up if you want to get in there. And then he sort of goes back. And Cirrus, sorry, not Cirrus, Garavid, you boo at the side, and this lady sort of moves herself, gets to her knees, sort of gets up again, looks straight in your face and gone, give me a moment, and then try to do that to my face in the ring. And
no, it wasn't at her. It was at the fella that just roundhoused her when she'd already given up.
She took it as being that you booed her for giving up, and she goes and walks outside as well. and goes to grab something out of the crate as the other person comes back in. At this point in time, the guys in the ring sort of moving around, sort of like doing the whole come at me to everyone in the ring. As this sort of voice, as Sirius, you walk up the stairs, you sort of see that it's now this cloaked, hooded figure up the top of the steps. It goes, "That was too quick. Who is next in the ring?" And then people are sort of looking around, whispering. You make, I guess Constantine, Toe, probably where you are, Emmanuel as well. Make some sort of perception checks for me.
Okay, I'm looking specifically out for money changing hands when these fights finish.
Yeah, passive perception.
Emmanuel,
which ain't going to help at the moment.
We'll make sort of an investigation on as well then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so where you are, you're sort of. Everyone in the room looks like they want to be there. Everyone looks like they're sort of there for their own enjoyment at this point in time. Emmanuel, you definitely see that there everywhere that there's more than one person standing next to each other, they sort of are handing over and sort of whispering to each other and then handing over coins between them and sort of giving sly winks and nods. Occasionally someone will walk from one side across to another group to have a chat. There's no open bartering or open sort of things happening at the moment, but there's definitely people sort of exchanging something or things in this room. Yeah.
I'm going to sidle over to a group, just casually.
So you sort of look across, and everyone just shuts up and is really quiet at that point in time.
Can I go outside and chat to this woman at some point that I've offended?
You can. So
asking for people to go and fight.
Yep.
Can I start taking a few steps forward and just eyeball him?
You can. He sort of steps across to you, looks straight at you and goes, "You got what it takes? Ha! Sure."
Can I say, are you going to cheat?
Works at Gringotts, apparently.
Didn't cheat that time. Wouldn't cheat again. There's no fun in cheating.
The whole person does not consider cheating?
Didn't hold any person. She just,
Can I insight check that motherfucker?
You can. Go for it.
Got to insight check that motherfucker.
Yeah. You're not certain whether he did or he didn't, but yeah, just sort of turns to you and goes, "Jump in the ring, find out."
All right. You got any phobias of, are you scared of fighting maybe anything at all, or you fight anything that comes at you?
I'm not
scared. You can tell me you're scared of fighting a tiny little gnome.
Not scared of fighting anyone, especially, yeah, as you said, a tiny little gnome.
What about if that tiny little gnome maybe had some, I don't know, some certain flexes it could do that turned it into something a bit more powerful?
Well, get in the ring and find out.
I'll lean over.
He looks up at Arius and goes, "This one wants to fight."
All right. Fine then, motherfucker, bring it on.
Well,
okay, just as
Arius, I'll say. Looks like this is no holds barred by the sounds of it, Arius. There's a metal sword, people carrying all kinds.
Is that little one bringing swords or weapons into the ring?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll have same weapons as anyone else. Really, he's a man of nature. It's nature that is his ally.
You've got your club, right?
Yeah.
In your Sirius, you have your sort of big.
Hammer and shield.
Your big hammer, right, in your hand.
I'm not fighting. I'll say a prayer for my friends. But
you see her hand. You see her hand sort of just move sort of over in the direction of where your hammer is, and you can see that there all of a sudden is sort of a shimmer across the hammer where it is, and you see that the hammer's still there, and it looks and feels like your hammer, but she's just sort of waved her hand across, and you have this hammer in your hand, exactly the same, but she's clearly done something with her hand in the direction. And she gives you a wink and goes, "Now you can fight."
Now listen, I don't know what you've done to this, and if there's anything wrong with it, any wrong with my big hammer and it didn't work, there's going to be problems.
I'm sure your big hammer is perfectly capable of doing some damage. But
so because I haven't had a go in a while, but
not in this room.
just praying. No, not in public. I'm just going to say a prayer for my friends, if I may, and then wish them the best. And I'll go and say a prayer for Tau, Prince, and Constantine, and beckon them towards me. Gentlemen, if I may just have your attention for a wee time. I've just moved closer to the ring because I know Tau's going in.
Go for it.
If I may pray to Akkadi that she may, goddess of the skies, let's be honest, goddess of the clouds, that you may strike like thunder, and that you may appear as the mist of a foggy night when your opponents try to strike you, and the best of you all when you enter this ring tonight. Amen seems like the wrong word, but amen. And I'll cast bless, with which you can, I can share that in there, can't I think?
Yep. So you cast bless. That gives them each a 1d4 to any attack rolls or saving throws for the next minute.
And that's
for the next minute.
For a minute. So you do this, and you.
I didn't mean to cast that at second level.
That's right. But so who was that on? That was Toe.
Sirius. Toe, Constantine, and Red and Garvid.
So Toe, Garvid, and Constantine. They all.
I mean, it might have burnt out by the time anyone else fights.
It lasts duration 1 minute.
Let's hope Toe lasts longer than a minute.
That's how.
Or finishes earlier.
You've now got. You're concentrating on that. As you do that, Cirrus, I'll just quickly shift over. So, Emmanuel, you're basically standing there, and the rest of the people are standing there. And you start to talk. You notice as you walk up, you make a perception check for me again.
Okay. Boom.
So they're all just standing around, just chatting. The two of them, as you come, start to sort of walk away as you're moving up and go over and start chatting to this other group. This person standing here looks across at you and goes, "Oh, hello."
All right.
Hi. Good evening. How are you? My name is Emmanuel. I'm, just a bit new here, and got a little bit of money to burn. What do you think of the little fella? Would you think he's good for that type of thing?
I think they're both little. Which one do you mean?
The gnome fella.
You want to bet on the gnome to win?
Well, I quite like a wager. I think that gnome looks pretty pretty tasty to me.
So we have 2 ways of betting in here. Money could exchange hands, but no one can ever hear about it. Or favors. What's your?
What's your preference?
I'm happy to put some money where my mouth is, rather than my mouth where your money is.
A dick later. Yes. Well, fine. Favors can sometimes be way more valuable than money, but okay.
We'll start with the money, and then maybe the favors can happen later.
Don't say it so loud in here.
Okay, sorry.
But you think the little one can beat Lucifer?
If that's the slightly bigger one, then why not? I like the under, to bet on an under gnome.
Yeah. Well, Lucifer hasn't lost in the last few weeks. So it would be interesting to see if he loses this time round. Okay, what is your wager?
Well, it sounds like Lucifer's quite the fighter then. So, are you willing to back your man more heavily than that tiny little gnome?
I will. You asking for some form of special deal on a bet?
I'm asking for what I believe they term in the betting parlance odds.
You want odds? Well,
I'm betting on an underdog to really chance my luck.
Just wait there. Lucifer, darling. Yes. Is on. She goes over and just whispers to Lucifer. You can see if you want to listen in to that. You can make sort of
they go for. I thought it was a gay couple there, Mark. I'm sorry, I didn't quite get this. He was. that's why I was like, I'm possibly not going to give out favors, but they.
You only live once.
Yeah, well, no, indeed.
The token.
I will try and listen in, relatively unobtrusively. Is that a perception check again?
We'll first make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, I'm knocking these out of the park tonight, aren't I? As I fall into her face.
She goes to talk to Lucifer and then turns to you and goes, I will come to you with the odds. Just make sure your little man is ready to go.
He's not my little man, but that's fair enough. Didn't realise it's a private conversation. You carry on.
And then, so she pulls over, sort of thing. You can go wherever you want at that point in time. Garavid, you went outside to have a chat?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
As this Lucifer chap, so he's been. Oh, first of all, I must say, sorry. I think we had a misunderstanding. I was booing him because he was very unsportsmanlike. You'd obviously yielded, but yet he kicked you in the face. Yeah, I just didn't want to get a misunderstanding. I wanted some information about this Lucifer. He's won the last couple of weeks.
Make a persuasion check.
Still on disadvantage, unfortunately.
No. She just pushes straight past you and walks back into the room.
Brilliant.
Away from you. Just pushes you away. Right. Pretty solidly back. She doesn't look like she's too damaged from the fight before. Walks back in over here. Garavid, as you are walking back into the room, you hear coming down from the stairs a couple of extra boots of people from above. As you see the host come back down, whose name, for some reason, is just not in my list.
Is that Balthius?
Baltius, yeah, Baltius.
Baltius.
Baltius. So Baltius and comes down the stairs, followed by Keef.
Hey.
And another familiar face as you come down, which you will recognize as being Fevin's brother Moss, as he comes downstairs. Moss with a really large scar that you hadn't seen before, running all the way down across the front of the face, across the side. And Keith actually looking pretty happy and pleased with himself. And yeah, Keith, you're brought back down with Moss, who had joined you in the caves, the brother of Fevin, and you're brought down with Baltius. Baltius goes, looks like your friends have gone inside. We'll finish our business later on. Keith, keep an eye on there. There's people who don't necessarily want you back in town, but most of them should be okay. I think. I can't remember who I've let in. Just see how you go.
Will do, mate. Will do.
All right.
Is he on the map?
Sirius hasn't noticed because he's concentrating on his prayer. He's just on a knee with that his shield. So he hasn't noticed anybody coming out of the state.
Cool. So Keef, well, that sounded like my voice just broke. Keef, you're on the map there.
Music there, Ross, if you...
It's all right. It was only a flippant comment. Don't worry.
All right, Keith, you old bastard. Where you been?
Finishing off up in the woods.
I bet you've been finishing off, you dirty bastard. Trust you.
What are you lot getting up to down here?
He's going in for a fight in the old toe.
Oh, is he? I best wish him some good luck.
It might be an idea. I'm standing here because there's this woman here that's just up on these stairs, and I think she's a bit of a magic person, so she might detect any sort of shenanigans.
Is it the one that looks like an evil nun?
Yeah. Why? My voice has just turned. Whatever.
Looks like an evil nun.
It does look like an evil nun. It depends how far you zoom out.
With the red eyes. Is she up the stairs?
She's up a
she
set
does
of
look
stairs.
like an evil nun.
It looks like it looks as if she's up on almost like a tennis umpire's chair, sort of up there. Arius, you would know of Arius, having sort of been in this town for quite a while before catching up with the rest of the group. You will only know of Arius, not much more. Not many people get that close to spend time outside of such establishments. This is the first time you've actually come into this club that you've heard a lot about, however, from your time here.
Would I know many of the people in here then, and some of them more? Okay. Just like, if I'm looking around, would I be nodding at people that I recognise?
Make a quick investigation. Make a quick investigation check. At a very quick glance as you come in, because all of a sudden you see Toe jump into the ring at this point in time. At a quick glance, a couple of familiar faces that you've seen, but no one that you'd be sort of buddy with at a quick glance in the room. Toe, you will be sort of jumping towards the ring as Arius sort of calls out across the room and goes, It looks, I don't know which accent I'm meant to be using. It looks like we have someone to enter the ring.
Can I jump in? Can I look at Keith and go like, mate, bear time? Yes or no? Like, trying to get is this appropriate to become a bear right now? Look going on.
Toe, make a history check.
Me?
No, sorry, not Toe. Keef, make a history check. As you sort of gather that Toe's trying to work out what you want. Yeah, natural 20. Pretty much what you've heard about this fight club from Baldius, even though you've never been down there.
And no one speaks of it.
No, yeah. So basically what you know is that as far as you're aware, no one has ever left this club dead. However, some people have left the city a few days after the fight club has been hosted, which you will be aware that this gets hosted sort of once every couple of weeks. And the last time that it was hosted was sort of a couple of days prior to when you left, but no relevance to each other in such a situation. You could probably perceive that it might be okay to do whatever you want, and that that's what you would have been able to...
I'd nod him a wink and give him a thumbs up, be like, it'll be all right.
Okay.
All right.
So as you're jumping into the ring, Emmanuel, the lady comes over to you and goes,
"Yeah,
2-1.
Well, that seems pretty poor odds to me, but I'll stick a crown on it if you like."
It's a 50-50 battle, and he's just finished fighting. Why is that not fair?
Against a tiny little baby man. And he just kicked somebody in the head with a roundhouse kick that I've not seen since I travelled the Eastern lands. If they exist.
They do.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Moving across screens. PPPP persuasion. Oh, there you go. I'm not particularly persuasive, but we'll see.
2-1 for the first fight. Let's talk about other odds later on. You seem to be pushy. Maybe there's more to this little one. Should we go back to 1-1 and just regular?
I don't fancy betting on those odds. As I say, I quite like the outsider. I like the underdog or gnome or bear. If we stick to the original odds, I'll put a gold on it. Just
okay. Then
and you have my word. I will pay it over if I lose.
Yeah. Well, if you don't, we all know where to find you now.
Or I presume you don't want me to pass anything to you in public.
Just
because I'm quite good at it. If you would like me to, I used to be a magician.
Let's come, and she's walking away as she sort of laughs at that, and you get the feeling that she's okay to get the money at the end of the fight. Goes over and talks again, and basically sort of turns around. They sort of both laugh towards each other, and Lucifer then goes back into the ring. Okay, so roll for initiative.
His cocky little ass.
Before we do that, can I look over at my opponent? Is he holding a weapon in his hand or anything?
No, he's not holding a weapon in his hands.
Can I look quite sincerely at him and say, do you rather have a weapon? Because I have my club.
No, I'll be all right.
Are you sure? Are you really sure, mate? I'm quite concerned. I don't want you to get hurt. And then I want to cast Charm Person on you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What do you want to do? I missed that. Charm what?
Charm Person.
Nice.
We've got to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's getting to lie down.
What's the wisdom? What's
Chief,
the wisdom
I like it.
Wait.
Get to run into your fist.
Yeah. Like so cheap, do you know what I mean? Enough WWE there to not taking a heel approach to things. Absolutely sound.
What's your what's the save?
Is 14.
14. You try to verbally talk him into sort of feeling, and he just looks at you with this sort of my hands are weapon enough. You can tell that that didn't sit very well with him.
Then I wish you all the best.
Really
mean.
And are you too? All right. Then, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Good start.
Okay, so you are up first at the start of this battle. What do you do?
I want to walk towards him.
Go for it.
Get to about here and say, look, final chance to say, look, let's just call this whole thing off. I realize I'm a bit of a pacifist myself, so if you agree with what I'm saying, then merely say yes, and we can call this off. And now I want to cast whole person.
You cast what?
Whole person.
Whole person. Okay, what's the save?
14 again.
Wisdom again.
But I want to come with my hands raised and say, oh, look, you sure you don't want to do this?
Okay, that's a fail.
Right.
Devastating.
Okay, so you sort of do that, and he sort of just stops and he's looking at you, not able to move too much at this moment in time. The people in the room sort of are starting to move towards the ring at the start of the battle as you do that. Go, yeah, so that's the end of your turn with whole person?
Where I can shillelagh, bonus action, shillelagh is a bonus action, obviously. So, but that's a spell, right? So I can't cast 2 spells.
So you can't cast 2 spells unless it's a cantrip.
Yeah, so I will just, no, it is a cantrip then.
Is it a cantrip?
Shillelagh is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Is that allowed then?
You can, if you've got shillelagh as a bonus action.
Yeah, the cantrip bonus action.
Yeah, then you can.
All right, then I'll say, last chance, say something now. And then doesn't, I'm going to bring that somebody's face.
And then you shillelagh him in the face.
Okay. You go, you've got you have you have advantage there, right?
It's a crit if you hit him as well.
You whack at him, and you sort of just see as you take the hit, you sort of see this sort of shimmer as you go to hit, and for some reason you go wide with your hit.
Ooh, the motherfucker. What?
I mean, you've got plus 1d4. Again, I mean, you've got plus 1d4 to that, although I suspect it's not because...
Yeah, it's this. It's the evil nun, isn't it?
Roll your +4 to both of those. So roll 2 +4s, D4 for twice. Yeah. 1 for the first one, 1 for the second one.
But if it's a crit, like an automatic crit, does that even matter?
Well, you have to hit him first. Okay, you rolled a 2 and a 1, right?
Yeah.
You rolled a 2 and a 1. You actually hit. So looks like there's a shimmer happening, and you go to punch, and it's a little bit like on the way back with your shillelagh, or you go to hit with the shillelagh, and sort of on your way back, you manage to actually whack into this. So go, that's crit. So just roll, pardon me, 7 damage, and then we'll double that. Double the dice is 3, 3 is 10. 10 points of damage on that crit. Okay.
Nice.
That's the end of your turn. Yeah. Okay. So he just stands there and then can make another attempt at a saving throw, and he's still standing there, just sort of staying still, looking at you with this sort of look of evil in his eyes. Yep.
Can I watch the evil nun as well up on a little pedestal to see if she's doing any funny things with her hands or doing any magical bits and bobs that I might recognize?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, because there's a shimmer around the hammer of Cirrus, isn't there? Which she's got
yeah,
there.
So she's cheating.
She's cheating.
She definitely cheated.
You don't notice anything happening.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on her.
It's a little bit too far away. Cirrus, feel free to make, if you want to, you can sort of make a insight. You can make a sort of an insight or investigation check if you want to look at that mace a little bit more. Or hammer, sorry. Yeah, so as you're walking down the stairs, you're sort of, before when you were walking down the stairs to sort of starting to talk to everyone or whatever, you sort of did this little sort of whack of the hammer on your hand, like that you're accustomed to doing as you're walking down, and you sort of hit the hammer on your hand. And you notice that it would hit something, but you just get that feeling that maybe it's designed that it won't land a killing blow at any point in time. It still hits the hand hard or whatever, but you remember there is some magic that sort of might spare someone from dying at that last minute. It's almost as if she's cast Spare the Dying on the hammer, that even though it can damage, it can't kill at the very last minute, sort of thing.
It's hollowed out somewhat, almost like metaphorically speaking, if you like.
Yeah. Okay. And Toe, continue your turn as this Lucifer is standing there looking at you, just not being able to move.
I want to try some. So just tell me if this is not allowed.
Go for it.
I want to use my bonus. Are you allowed to use a bonus action and then hold your action?
Yeah.
All right. So then I want a bonus action shillelagh again. That's 2.
Okay, that'll hit.
Wait for them. So at advantage, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an auto crit anyway, so. Go, so just do the damage on that.
Damage by itself.
Okay, that's 8, 16, 20 points of damage.
And can I want to hold my action to then cast Hold Person as the energy breaks.
I'd say there's, if he fails his save, that'll be a waste. Can't hold it longer.
That's okay. Turn. So if you do that, if he fails, you'll actually lose that spell slot. Basically, you're holding it ready to do it again. Yep. Okay, so basically it gets to his turn. Now I just need to check something. Okay. So he's standing there and looking at you. And this sort of little grin comes to his eyes at that point in time. And he's sort of staring at you. And then he just gives you a wink and he stays still and just behind you, he pops up, still in front of you as well. Behind you, this sort of shadow of him pops up and whacks you in the back.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Cheating bastard.
Pops up behind you. Here. And we'll make an attack. Miss. 15.
15.
Does 15 hit?
No.
Nope.
15,
So it pops out and then just goes whack, whack from behind, but then the action goes wide and misses. And he also fails then at the end of the turn, fails the saving throw. So he's still sitting there with the eyes sort of looking at you, quite annoyed. There
is this figure still there? Does that come and go, or is it still running?
It is standing behind you. This sort of, it looks like him. It looks exactly like him, and is sort of standing there, just sort of ready to attack if it wants to. Yeah.
Can I look at the crowd and say, what the fuck? Why is it 2-on-1 now?
There you go. Looks like one person to me.
Who said that?
The lady down the bottom.
Well, Jesus Christ. All right.
And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It is him. It's not two people. It's definitely him.
Yeah.
Oh, ratty semantics.
And the crowd is starting to move in, and you can start seeing them shifting money around and giggling and laughing to each other. He's looking pretty bloodied at the front, though, so...
Is it my turn?
It is your go. You lose the... you lost that whole person thingo, but it's now your turn.
We'll lose the stuff, right?
Yep.
Right. Then I'm going to shillelagh the fuck out of this stuff. Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, that's double.
That'll hit.
And then, how do I do crit damage?
Just hit it, and I'll double the. I'll just double the dice anyway. So just do the damage. 7, 14, 18 points of damage.
How's he looking?
He's not looking good.
Over here. So who wants to put some money on the little fella then?
Forgive me
Who
doing
wants
this.
to
I'm
take a
just
bet?
curious.
5 gold. 5 gold, anyone?
No, that was advantage, Sherry.
Little fella will win.
You go
I was
over
just saying
and
if that was crit, and it's not.
Over to these 4.
you
Who will take a bet? 5 gold. 5 gold. Who wants 5 gold? 5 gold. I've got 5 gold.
come over and just look at you and go, shh.
You all right? 5 gold. 5 gold. 5
5
gold on
gold.
the little fella.
5 gold. And you want on the little fella?
Yeah.
5
gold to win. Anybody take it?
All right.
We'll take my bet.
I'll take you 5 gold and a little fella, but let's make the bet a little bit more interesting. If your little fella wins, you jump in the ring for the next fight. And I'll double the money if the little fella wins. I'll give you 10 gold If he loses, we get the 5 gold, and we get to pick anyone we want to jump in the ring next.
With me?
No. So you win, you jump in the ring next, but I double your money right now.
All right.
If not, and we win, then we get 5 gold from you, and we get to pick who goes in the ring next.
You might well laugh there, Ross.
You can make whatever fucking deal you want. I'm going to blast my way out of this place. They take me down the fucking ring.
Come on, Gary.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Shakes hand, turn around, and start laughing towards each other. Okay, that was your turn, Toe, or do you have another?
David, you owe me 5. You can pay the man.
I can just. I already
got action.
Can I just straight up whack him then with my normal action?
Yep.
Can I cast something when there's a bit of time?
Just wait. It's still Toe's turn.
Yeah, I'll saunter around
and
here.
And that walking up and chatting was part of your action.
Yeah, fair enough.
That turn.
Yeah, so whenever there's time.
Ooh. That will hit.
Crit, even double crit.
It feels like a waste, doesn't it?
It does feel like a waste when you already have crits capable.
Yeah.
Wow, take that.
4 points of damage. This guy he has just been standing still the entire time. Okay, it's onto his go. So he will make an attack. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
16 hits. Okay. So 8 points of damage. Make a. Sorry, I need to find the thing. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Do I have advantage on this? No, less, right?
You can add a +4, a plus D4. So just roll it first and then roll a D4 second. Oh, was that the first one was a 14? That saves. So the first one will save with a 14 even without that D4. He'll take a second hit at you. A 22 to hit will hit. Another 5 points of damage. And make another Constitution save for me. That's a fail. Is whole person Constitution? Is whole person a
wisdom?
Concentration.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you lock up as you are stunned by this strike from this creature, this guy, this man, this boy, whatever he is. You make your hits and you're whacking and you're so excited about this shillelagh as this echo of him behind him pops up, and then the echo is sort of acting in sync with him, but without him needing to do anything, and the echo just whacks him one side, whacks with the first hit, tries to stun you, whacks with the second hit and stuns you in place. He will then make an additional flurry of blows, taking 2 more attacks against you with a. Need to double check that.
Did the fella break his hold then?
So the fellow is no longer held, and now Toe is stunned. 21 to hit for 9 points of damage, and a 16 hits, right?
Yeah.
For another 5 points of damage. And then he goes into this surge of action and makes an additional attack, 2 attacks against you.
Jesus Christ.
26 to hit for 9 points of damage.
Oh. Is that you fucked?
And 21 to hit.
Oh! Christ, what the fuck?
For 8 points of damage.
That's my 5 gold gone.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm down. That's all my hit points in one turn.
You're down. And you pop down in the ground, sort of thing, but you're not knocked out. You punch, knock down, and goes. Did a lot of damage just then. Good work. That was close. And then he walks away, and the other one behind just evaporates and vanishes. Yeah. And he walks back over into the corner as you sort of can crawl yourself out of the ring. As you go to crawl out of the ring, you hear the voice remote. Wow, that was a good fight, but not quite. Find yourself a potion and get yourself up to full and come back and try again.
How do I do that? Where? Tell me where.
And you see her up from the top as the one who went out before goes, wow, that was amazing. In the chest, grab only one. Make sure you grab only one. But drink it. You'll be full health again in a couple of minutes.
Right. I'm glad he shot you. Right, man. That was.
Lady walks over to you, Emmanuel, and goes, got that money?
Yep.
Okay. Hand it over.
Okay, I'll give it to her with a sleight of hand way.
Go for it.
I'll pick it from behind her ear or something.
You managed to do so. She sort of looks at you with a scoff and goes, that was pretty close. I underestimated that little one. Anyone else there able to do anything so sneaky? Maybe we can double our bets.
I think your whatever that laughing boy is has a few tricks of his own.
Yeah, that is true, but I'm sure he'll get tired eventually.
Let's see.
He's not drinking potions, is he?
He hasn't had a drink of a potion at this point in time, no. You saw him in the first fight not getting hit at all. That fight, he got hit a lot.
He did.
Can I come in? Have I gone and drunk my potion now?
Yep.
Can I come back into the group and?
You can.
I think so.
Have like a huddle, come bring it in.
Yeah, let's
yeah, right, my man.
Go for it. Before you do, Garavid, you
give over 5 to whoever had it.
You give over 5.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and goes, all right. He goes, I like the looks of that other tiny gnome. Do you think he might be up for a fight? And when I say mighty, he will be up for a fight.
He'll have him.
Correct?
Yeah, Keef's hard as nails, mate.
Good.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Get him into the
Get
ring.
your bagpipes out, mate.
But
get them pipes out, man.
He
Get
will
your
fight.
pipes out and call him a pussy.
He'll fight one of our own. So not the very next fight. Wait until Lucifer.
Not another cheating bastard like that fella.
And he just gives you a look over the shoulder and goes, "That's not cheating."
Well, when two of you are fighting at once, yeah?
When you're born
You're a person and you got 4 fists.
When you're born with the ability to split time and move yourself in those ways, I think it's fair enough that you use it to your advantage, just like this little one used some very subtle words to his advantage.
You looking at me?
You're allowed to speak.
And
You're
he
not
turns around directly and looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I'm looking at you."
Yeah, you wee little penis. I did all my work, so you get fucking help someone else who's not even in the fight.
Exactly. Summoning an evil twin is not the same as speaking words.
Spells. How do you fucking manage that without someone helping you on the outside? You lying.
Exactly. You fucking tell him, man.
Yeah.
We go and fucking beat him up afterwards.
Lucifer rocks over here and goes,
"Fucking drill his skull."
Is this the bit where we kill them all?
I hear you're calling me a cheat.
That's because you're a cheat, you shithead.
What?
That's because you're a cheat, you shithead.
There was no cheating, and then he stands there, and a second one of himself pops up right next to him again.
Yeah, you're not paralyzed now, are you, penis? Of course you can do it.
Listen, you can't have two yourself.
You paralyzed me without hitting me. What do you think the others might think? That seems a little bit magical.
Yeah,
I just thought I would even the playing field. And then the echo that's next to him,
not even.
The echo next to him vanishes and then pops up right next to you in this spot again.
Sarah scratches his head a bit.
And then vanishes again and then pops up in the corner of the ring.
I pipe up to the party and be like, fellas, I've heard of this club before, and it's not like, it's a legit establishment, like there's no underhanded stuff going on. It's like they it's not like if fair as in, just a straight fist fight, but if people use magic, you're allowed to use magic, but it's only you guys in the ring.
One-on-one, not one on whoever the fuck chooses to join in.
And he pops back out again.
We could have done a tag team.
And pops back in again and goes, "All right. Then, if you would let me take a short break, I will go and take one of these drinks, and then 2 of you can take me on."
Not yet.
No,
double team him.
I reckon this cow, whatever the fuck she is helping.
Excuse me, lady.
She turns around and goes,
No, for me, I must
she turns around and looks at you and just looks up at Arius. He goes, "Arius, would you mind making sure Lucifer and myself and everyone else, except for this young whatever he is and whoever he gets in the ring with, make sure that no one else can do any magical effects. Let's make sure that only those in the ring can do anything for themselves."
Say what you like. I'm not getting in this ring again. Fuck that.
And so you're not wanting to get back in the ring again?
No, rigged. Why would I want to go into a rigged fight?
And
I will say she's not a cheat. My hammer is like lightened, but it's still a hammer. I just feel that I couldn't smash someone to death with it, but it's still here. I accept that she's she's done this to ensure people's safety in this battle.
Bodius enters into the room as well at this point in time and just turns around and goes, "What are you all doing? This is a reputable place. Why are you making a fuss? Either fight and enjoy the winnings, the losings, the fun, or get out."
Hey, it's all in good fun, mate. It's all in good fun.
It is, yeah. It's just a bit of banter. I've heard about it. I enjoy joining, and not much banter where I'm from. Very heated, you know.
All right. Well,
heat without clouds. I'm not used to it.
Let's go and get some drinks, and let's just watch some fights. And Lucifer goes, "The offer is still there. I will rest up slightly.
Double pounding.
And then take 2 people on with no magic except for those in the ring."
I'll take the challenge. If anybody wants to join me, I've seen enough of him doing, I reckon. Red, if you want to get involved, you're a big lad.
Yeah, I'm just worried about these. He's got his cheeky hits, and I've got disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
All right. Well,
but I do a lot of damage though. So if I stay away from him, but then he's gonna be battering you.
Oh, maybe if you get a sneaky potion from the chest out, you might.
I can
exhaustion. Maybe?
Or Cirrus.
I don't mind giving him a go. Yeah, if I can have a.
If you want to rest up, if you want to carry on resting, Garavid, but I've had enough of this.
Yeah, I'd love to get in there because I've got all these lovely spells that could do some serious damage on him.
Might see if I can use my blink and play him at his own game.
Let me say this to you, Lucifer. If you'll forgive my lack of composure, because these fellas will tell you, despite my charismatic nature, normally I'm actually quite a steady individual. You're a very gifted fighter, sir. I'll say that much for you.
Thank you. Well, I haven't been.
I don't know where you tricked him from, but
I haven't been cheating. I can guarantee you that. So get in the ring and let's settle this. I would prefer to take the little man again and see if he can hold me down. But
oh, that's very graphic of you.
I just split him off.
I'll have a chat to Moss while this is all going on. Moss, what happened to your face, mate?
You were right. There were some.
Forgot about that.
Some of those creatures you were telling us about still in those caves. A couple of those bigger ones that fire out the needles. They were resting up inside the cave. It didn't take us long. There weren't many, and it seemed as if they had abandoned the cave a while ago. There was only the 2, and unfortunately, the body of one of our fallen druidic colleagues, bloated and dead. One of the needles managed to cut me across the face. There was none of those purple mushroomy things in there that you stated that you had cleared out. So we assume that maybe we are now okay and safe. Keef inspired us all. It'll be okay. It'll heal in time. Look, be careful in this place. What happens in this place stays in this place, but doesn't mean people don't piss people off outside of this place. Just try to make sure that the accusations of cheating kept within these walls and maybe kept to yourselves. But I will retire. I want you all to come and to make sure that you get your just rewards for supporting us over the last few days. Make sure you come to Griswold, to the herbery, and you can find me there tomorrow. And then he sort of acknowledges that and says, and heads out the door and heads off on his way, turning to Keef as he leaves and goes, Keef, thank you. There are many eyes on you in this city. Be careful. And then walks away.
As he goes, says, thank you, son. Give him a bow.
Sirius notices just as he goes to the door and goes, oh, fuck, I missed him.
That's who he was. I remember. Just as he goes past, he goes, knife. I'm going to join him up to bed because I'm absolutely knackered from a personal level. So I'll also take this opportunity to go to bed with my character. Go to bed. I'm also going to bow out for tonight.
Okay.
But see you all soon.
Russ. Hope you're okay, mate.
Look after yourself, man. So Manuel heads off to bed for that period of time. If we can, I'll take a 5-minute break.
Yep.
Bio break. Right. Back in a moment.
It's like, what have you done to it? So just like more, I just can't fucking deal with it. Just stupid things, do you know what I mean? Yeah, memes like, do you know what I mean? Like one of the things, like, oh, I heard Kate made you cry about. I heard you made Kate cry about flowers. No, she made me cry about flowers. It's like, really, this is something that is being talked about.
That's when you need to pick up your rule book and start reading your lore, mate.
You're like, I mean, I didn't watch it, mate.
Yeah, if you need a trigger in your life, that's the point.
Yeah. Well, it's where it's like real life. It's just like whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just if that's what matters in real life, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? I tell you, Rich doesn't have many knights these days. It's all characters and shit. Do you know what I mean? It'll be weird in a way. There'll be something strange about lockdown finishing because it's like all the games. It's like going to have to like make some of them like every couple of weeks because I'll be like going out.
I'm not.
Oh, what to do?
I'm going to be like that Japanese, prisoner of war that just, carried on for 50 years thinking it's the war. I'm like, nope, still locked down for me.
Well, it's like if I go to the pub, I'm just going to take my laptop with me. It'd just be like, sorry guys, I'll chat to you occasionally, but I'm still just playing it. You know what I mean?
It's a change of scenery.
Alrighty, we are back.
I'm much better.
So yeah, just before, just took that quick break. Lucifer's standing in the ring, sort of looking across. He hasn't sort of looked to do too much resting, or he didn't go out and get a potion at the moment. He is sort of looking across, still eyeing off Toe with this sort of like, you called me a cheat, I want to have at you sort of thing, with the other sort of monk that Emmanuel was chatting to, sort of over there, sort of chatting to him, trying to sort of get him to, in a way, calm down, but he doesn't look like he's calming down. Garavid chatted to Moss as he left, and the others that were standing there, as he said, Garavid basically has bet on Keef having to get in the ring at some point in time, effectively. Thanks to Garavid, and a little bit of money has been lost so far. Arius turns around from up the top and he goes, it seems like tonight's taking a lot longer for people to jump in the ring. Lucifer, you can jump back out again and join the battle later if you want, but it's up to the rest.
Well, we've got to do it now, haven't we?
Do you want to take him?
Yeah.
You two's going in.
I'm itching for it.
All right, it's
Get some
been
revenge.
it hasn't been a minute yet, so the bless will still be up there. So Constantine can jump into the ring. Lucifer's standing on the side. This
as Constantine's jumping in, can I like pat him on the back and go good luck and give him a bardic inspiration?
You can. You need to be a little bit more inspirational than that, though. Like, how do you
fuck him up, lad? You sort him out for gnomish brethren. Like, give Toe a licking. You lick his bum down, yeah.
I'm not gonna lick his bum down.
Wow, and the whole.
They call me the informer.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the rest of the group just go, let me hear you say woo.
I bought that album, that Snow album. It's fucking rubbish.
Majorly.
I do like the song though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
The album was terrible.
Constantine, you feel inspired. So you have an inspiration. That would mean that if you roll a bad dice, you could use the inspiration to re-roll a dice, or if you fail a saving throw, you can do that. You jump in the ring. Lucifer sort of looks across at his friend and then looks across and goes,
You're still
at
going
least
for
one's
2-on-1,
fighting.
man. You're still that toughie.
Exactly. Let's bring it on.
I'm game,
Shall
fellas.
we? Who else is going?
I'll do it, lads. I don't mind this fella. He's a good
Come
fighter.
on then, Cirrus.
But there's two of them. Sorry, Tool?
I was saying, I'm encouraging. Just words of encouragement for me from now on.
Let's
maybe a slight jab at that outcome.
Let's break him.
Cirrus, you're jumping in?
Aye, and Giddy, you know what? Oh fuck! Why can't I find the name? I never remember her name. Sorry, try that. There you go. And I'm Giddy call to Arcady that I want her to be my sledgehammer, and
Sledgehammer.
as I sort of swing the hammer around, there's another one behind it. If you can be two people, I can have two hammers, and I'll cast Spiritual Hammer to be ready for the fight.
Oh, okay. Popping up a spiritual weapon into the ring. And he sort of laughs. What does the hammer look like? Is it just a regular hammer?
A massive dildo.
Somewhat. I wish I'd thought of that, frankly.
Spiritual dildo.
Yeah, that would be well better.
Black number.
Yeah, especially because it does force damage. Absolutely the right time of damage.
Yeah, it does.
Can you imagine that on a critical hit?
Just had a very strange look from Charlotte as I'm just going spiritual dildo. What the hell are you doing?
I'll write a bit of background on that, but just sort of like a metallic, sort of dull metallic grey. But I know that's something of an oxymoron. With the occasional like spark of electricity, kind of covered in clouds, as you may imagine. That seems to kind of follow the trace of Cirrus's arm, if you like, kind of like behind, almost as though it's like a second attack, like that, quite naturally.
You now have a hammer behind you of some description, a bit of white cloud. It's hidden behind you as you enter into the ring. Okay, he, roll initiative.
That is.
Can I just make a bet with these fellas again?
Go for it. Oh,
10
you're back
this,
again.
10 this time.
10?
10.
Did you hand over the 5 before?
I did, yeah.
Okay. He goes, 10. All right. 10. No other side bet this time.
No.
No. 10's fine.
Cool.
Okay. Right. So it would be Constantine and Cirrus. So Constantine, you're starting off. You are up.
So I will. So let me think. What am I going to do? So
I don't know. You have to tell me.
yeah. Oh,
I've
got. I've got unarmed strike as well.
It's a shame you're first in a way. It's a waste of sneak attack.
Yeah, because I can attack him with my daggers. Yeah, because what's happened? Where am I? Can I use my daggers in this? Have they been? Anything magic happened to them?
Yeah, what you noticed at and as you both hopped over into the ring, and as the spiritual weapon came up, Arius looks at it and goes, and you sort of notice that she allows it, but then puts a ring or a square up. So from each of the posts comes up this sort of wall, and both of your daggers sort of get this sort of shimmer as well to that. And you can gather that nothing magical will be able to come into this ring from the outside. Everyone sort of starts to walk forward in the room, looking at this happening, except for the guy.
You get a bit more like strength bonus if like you attack off the ropes, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Can I do a throwing close?
Boink. I'll lie on the ground.
I'm gonna wade in and start attacking him with my daggers.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna pile in.
Do your Blink 182
as quick as I can, and then.
Oh, look at that!
So that'll miss.
That'll miss. Yeah. Second one.
Injured it.
Will also miss.
That'll also miss.
Can I try and do my blink? Will it work?
You can do your
action.
Normally it's yeah, you can try it. I'll give you it. As you went first on the initiative, I'll give you that go.
It's on a D20, which will probably not fucking work now. Oh, fucking hell.
No, that's fine. You pop out. So above a 10. So you come up, you stab twice, miss, and then poof, vanish.
Boom.
Nice. Oh, that is nice.
Sort of
that's going to be handy.
It looks at your thingo. You moved up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You moved 30 to get to him.
Yeah.
How much movement do you have? 30, right?
I have... if I do something...
Yeah, so I think that's your
have
action.
A skirmish. Yeah.
Go. So go, what was that?
You can move up to half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 foot of you without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay, so you haven't been... he hasn't had his turn, but at the end of his turn, you could theoretically move if you wanted to. Yep. Okay, that's his turn. Cirrus.
Okay. Movement-wise, am I okay here?
Yep.
Okay. I'll move there, and I shall put shield on one side, hammer in another. I think I shall trap you in this vortex, you slippery bastard, yeah. And cast whole person. And that would be, come on, man.
And he fails regardless.
Brilliant.
Rolls a natural 2. He's like, stands there and his eyes just go, the eyes say, oh, for fuck's sake. At this point in time. And he sort of, he goes,
I have eyes on the non-devil at the top to see how she's reacting to this.
You can. You can roll. You can roll an insight or investigation on her if you want to.
Oh, got it.
She is not doing. She's just not really paying much attention to the fight at all. You look at her; it's almost as if she's up there reading a Cosmopolitan or something like that. She's just up there and concentrating on keeping this magical spell on the outside open, but not really worrying so much about the fight at this point in time.
Yeah. What's really shit is that the hammer can only move 20 foot, so I can't. I can't attack with bonus action with the hammer, so that's my turn, unfortunately.
So he's like standing there and like, you know, he's still got a little bit of blood on him from the previous fight. Not looking like 100%, but not looking bloodied anymore. You could probably get a feeling that he sort of was able to sort of heal himself up to some degree in the meantime, somehow, but not fully healed. He's standing there and he's looking at you and going, and it's like paralyzed. And will sort of just shimmer a little bit himself, and a second version of him will pop up on the other side of you there. Yeah, and just put that up to be second. And we'll take a hit at you. 15 will miss, I'm guessing. Serious? Yeah. And that will miss as well. So again, pops up and takes 2 swipes, misses both. It's like, and then we'll go 5, 10. And run to there. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want to.
Yes, gently.
I would have also got, because I've got Sentinel attack, which I guess do I have to blink out though for that?
No, he was standing here, so you won't get he wasn't next to you.
Oh, right, he wasn't. That's fine. Of course, yeah, that's not 5 foot. Oh, yeah.
So you miss with that. And yeah, that's.
Sorry, yeah, I should have actually attacked there. Is what one does conventionally, isn't it?
Yeah, you should attack first instead of. Oh, okay. That does hit. So you swing out at this this version of him as he popped up, and it vanishes.
Excellent.
Okay.
He's curious.
Constantine.
In which case, I will pop.
Does he look held? Sorry. Does he look like he's still held?
Oh, wait a sec. Natural 20. No, he does. He pops out of his being stuck.
Piece of shit.
That is the end of his turn. Yeah.
So I will then pop out. I'll move behind him, pop out, and attack him.
Go for it. You will have advantage on the attack as you come out from a hidden position.
That is no, not shift. It's control, isn't it? Yeah.
That will hit.
Let's fuck him up.
Not a lot of sneak attack damage. That's 2 1s on the sneak attack. That's
rubbish.
8 points of damage against him at that
Can
point
I
in time.
take my inspiration to?
Not on damage. No.
Not on damage. Okay.
Just on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay. Right. Cool. So that's the first. That's the first attack. So then the second attack. That's not with advantage, is it? That's just normal.
The second attack won't be at advantage as you swipe into him with the first attack.
Yeah.
But that'll still hit.
Let's go.
So that's 5 points of damage. As you go whack with your 2 attacks.
And then I'll blink out again.
Go for it, roll a d20, see if you blink out again.
Come on.
No, he does not
shit.
blink out again.
Oh.
They pop, and then sort of you're looking at him like as if, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, shit. Still here.
I'm still here.
Okay.
You can still see me?
That is Cirrus, over to Cirrus, unless you want to move otherwise with the rest of your movement, but yeah.
I might just do that. I might step out, get some distance.
Okay. As you go to leave, he will take an attack at you.
Yeah. You want to disengage if you do that.
Which will hit. That rolled off the table for 6 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 21 hit points. Okay.
Okay, Cirrus, your turn.
Well, first off, we'll just hit him. There's no point using a spell here. Fuck it.
That'll miss.
Just gonna miss. And you can at least let the hammer swoosh after.
Maybe block him. Oh, because you'll get an attack of opportunity anyway. So.
Let me check that. I think that's a minute. It is, yeah.
Nice.
Is that it?
That'll definitely hit.
Definitely.
I don't know if I clicked that. Probably not. Go for it.
12 points of damage. That's a big hit from the spiritual weapon as it goes. He's looking quite bloodied. He looks at you and he's just like,
make a token for that.
Looks across the shoulder at his partner over here, and then it's like, and then now he's able, because he's able to move, looks and goes, all right.
You like that, did you?
It's quite good.
Yeah, that's Cirrus's.
Cirrus go. So takes an attack at you. 23 to hit will hit.
Certainly.
7 points of damage.
Yeah, but assuming that's not magical and it's piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning.
It
will take
bludgeoning damage. So take 3 off that.
Yeah. So how many is that? Sorry.
7 down. So 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
For another 6. It's on every attack, right? So down to 3.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Bastard.
Hey Woodsy, can I be observing this shifty looking character down here while this fight is going on?
As a save, which one?
The one down there.
Probably from where you are. I mean, there's a couple of people in line with the battle with Constantine standing where he is. If you wanted to get closer, you could you can try to get closer, or you do it from there, doing it at just a regular roll. Regular roll. What are you trying to do? Just investigation, or?
Just to observe her, see if she's like mumbling any spells or something, or just trying to influence the fight.
Okay. Did you just vanish off the map? I did off my.
Yeah.
You vanished off my map. Did you delete yourself?
Is that even possible?
If you
Love that red scarf, by the way.
Yeah, I think he's underneath the
got
one
it.
with the red
Got it.
scarf.
There he is.
There he is. Ta-da!
Cool. Okay. What did you roll?
23.
Yeah, it's 23 saves on the Constitution. Feel free to make a sort of investigation or perception while you're there. Okay, that's that. He will then. What will he do? He will then just roll and do that. So you see him like hit out at you, doing some damage, and then like realizing not doing much, and he sort of then takes a really deep breath in, and you see some of his scars and stuff heal up a little bit from all the wounds from where the spiritual weapon whacked him, seem to sort of heal up from there as he sort of to some degree gets some almost a second wind of energy back as he does that, and stands there just looking at you and this weapon. Okay, that's his turn. At the moment, everyone's on the outside really excited and like cheering. People sort of going over to each other and saying who they think's gonna sort of win. And Garavid, you'll notice that the guy over here is probably not looking so excited that he's getting pummeled so much. The others over here are sort of going there. You can make a perception check if you want to, as one of them walks over to the side.
Me?
If you want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage anyway. So.
Okay. And Constantine, you'll be up. Yeah, Garavid, you really have no idea what's going on, but you're in a fight club. You never would have recognized this before you got here, so it's pretty brutal, bloody. Go for it, Constantine. It's your go.
Okay, so we will again step in and attack.
Go for it.
So let's see if we can actually hit this fucker. Yes.
That hits.
Let's do some damage.
Better.
That does a fair bit of damage. 13 points.
And then come with the 1-2. Come with the 2.
Well, that will miss.
That will miss, but while we're there, we will also see if we can
blink it.
Yes.
And you pop back away again as you were there. So, yep, you've still got the marker on you anyway. I forgot to take it off. And you pop in. A couple of things. You've probably still got a little bit more movement if you want. Oh, no, that will be the end of your turn as you pop
that's
back
fine. I'll stay there.
Okay, Cirrus, over to you.
See where he's going to go.
Well, a player will let him with the hammer.
Go for it. That'll miss.
Nobody.
You've still got the oh no, you haven't got inspiration.
Yeah.
Actually,
doesn't need it on that one.
Well, that'll hit, and I think because he's been hit twice, you would have needed to do 2 Constitution saving throws for your bless. By the way, but it will probably fade relatively soon.
Anyway. It'd be more than 10 rounds.
And your whole person was also a concentration check, right? So, yeah, it would have vanished as soon as you had done whole person anyway. So that's good. We haven't been counting it because it wasn't there. That natural 20 will definitely hit.
Yep. So that is 5 is the dice there. So that's...
No, that's already double. That already...
I don't think it has been... Hang on.
It should already
double.
No,
it's just given 6 plus 5. That would be 17. If I hold me.
Does the spiritual weapon have your... Let me just try it for a second. Yeah. because
It's
okay. Roll another d8. No, we just double the dice. 6, 6, 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's me wisdom it adds to it because it's a spell attack. If you a spell melee attack.
All right, you hit him and he is looking terrible, but he's still up at this point in time. Not looking very happy and sort of
Serious,
probably. Okay, so he looks at you, looks across, and Constantine's gone. He's thinking, I probably overstepped. I probably went out of my way here.
Bit off a bit more than he could chew.
Bit off a bit more than he could chew. Plus, he's been doing all of this without a weapon. He's just been punching at stuff.
That's his choice.
A bit too cocky.
So he will.
That's my turn. I should say.
He will make an attack against Cirrus. That's a 18 to hit. Will hit, I guess. Yep. For 4 points down to 1, I guess. It's
just 1.
Yep. It's -3, right, with your thing.
Yeah.
Takes a second one at you.
While he's done that, something I should have done on me last turn, but I didn't think. If a creature within 5 foot of me hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to cause it to make a dex saving throw, or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
Wow, cool.
And I get the sentinel attack as well.
Success.
Okay. Wow. He rolled a natural 20, so he passes it. Does he still get half, or does he?
He'll have half of this. I'll roll 2. Yeah.
Okay, so he whacks out at you and hits you for only 2 points of damage, but as he does, he gets this reactionary repulsion back and gets whacked of this thing and just drops to the ground and is unable to move.
Do I get the sentinel attack because he's made attack against somebody else within 5 foot of me, and I can use my reaction to make a melee attack on him?
You would if he didn't just get beaten by that repulsion thing. As he goes to the ground, he puts his fingers up and just says, "I'm done." And the crowd around is like, "Oh, wow." You can tell that it's probably one of the first times that he's been beaten in such a 2-on-1 scenario so quickly and easily. He's gone, looks across at Tao and goes, "Well, that time it was 3 against 1, but well done." And then he'll pop out of the ring, and you can tell
his roundhouse him.
Over the top, excited cheering, like.
And you can tell that his friend or partner is not very pleased with him, and is sort of looking down and looking away as he trudges his way out of the room, as the rest of the people sort of start chatting and chattering to each other. This guy here,
Cirrus nods his head at him and reaches his hand out to Constantine. Great work, my man.
And the whole outside thingo drops down again, this magical thing, as she sort of still doesn't seem to be that excited at the moment in time, but looking across, you can make some checks if you want to, as she sort of looks down at the other two down here, and just sort of start saying something. You can sort of make a quick, I guess, Keef and Toe, as you're nearby, can make just quick sort of perception checks if you want to. So she sort of calls them and goes, you will know, Keef, that she basically is calling soon an end to the evening. She looks a little bit displeased at this point in time, and she calls down, and these two start to move over towards where the barrels are, the beer barrels and stuff like that. One well-fought fight, totally fair inside the ring, no one cheating. I guess
the problem with this one, you see, people fly too close to it.
We will have one more fight. I believe that Keef, you will be entering the ring.
Come on, Keef.
Before we get started, I believe you owe me 10. I believe you owe me 10 gold, man.
The guy hands over the 10 gold to you. So
Nice.
You gave over 5 before. To him, you now get 10 back from him.
Yeah, I did him, didn't I?
Okay.
Do I have to present my sword to my weapons to the woman?
You can. She will dispel the spiritual weapon, by the way, so it will vanish from the top. Yeah, you'll get an idea that basically she did that for show before. Anyone who jumps in the ring, the weapon will be immediately put in this shimmering thing, but she made a show of it before to make the color seeable, that everyone knows that there's no magic able to come from outside inside except for what she wants to do with that. Okay.
Serious or not to her, you got no problem with that. Just because he knows what she was doing with his hammer before, kind of gets the grip of that.
So, Keef.
Doesn't want things looking colourful.
Come on, Keef.
Into the ring.
I go with him. When anybody takes on, I can't send him in. It's my fault. He's in there.
I've gone in. I'm holding my sword and my dagger up, and I'm kind of walking around.
Okay.
Keef. That feels strange.
Constantine and Sirius will leave to whichever side you wish to leave, as the rest are sort of starting to pack up the alcohol on the side. As this lady with this large shield pops in, and this other character just here. You're on the outside. This you see the lady from before that Garavid had made comment to gets in the ring and looks across at him with a sort of like a this will be fun.
I tried to be nice.
The other one here is cloaked and hooded. You can't see the face at all. You can't see anything about them, just standing there with this red cloak running across the entire face, really dark shadowed. Gets into the ring. So 1 second, I just need to grab that up. Anyone else want to do anything else while they're in the ring getting ready for the battle?
I would like to go up to Prince Garavid. And if you've got a shield, haven't you?
No.
No, is it just like just got armor and is it a sword you've got?
Yeah, got a rapier. Yeah.
A rapier. I cross my rapier with yours.
I've got a shield. Yeah, I've got a shield.
I tap your shield with my rapier and then cross mine with yours and go, today we become brothers.
Yes, crossing swords.
And I'd like to give him an inspiration as well.
Go for it. That sounded inspirational, so I'm all right with that.
Good.
Two very unlikely looking brothers, but still.
Brothers here.
Brothers, here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where
brothers
it counts.
From another mother. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they pop in the ring and roll initiative.
Yeah.
All righty.
Wow.
I'm not very quick though. I've only got little feet. Oh no, big feet, little legs.
All right. You pop into the ring, and Garavid, the crowd and everyone see this happening, and some go and get additional their sort of last call beers. Cirrus, the guy next to you, sort of goes, "Want to bet?"
Aye, man. I'll take. I'm not normally a gambler, I'll say, but tell you what, I'll stick 5 gold on the boys closest to us. How's that?
Yeah, not my type of bet that I wanted to have. I bet.
What is it you were thinking?
I bet by the end of no matter what happens at the end of this fight, your boy Keef here will have a big smile on his face, regardless if he wins or loses.
That's terribly abstract for me, I'm afraid. That's not the kind of thing I engage in. You cannot bet on emotions. That's almost like they're not real things. So,
fair enough then. And that's fine.
Haven't heard that Cirrus just moves away from him a little bit. Freaked out by his sort of, psychology.
Yeah. And you walks over here. The other two come over to Toe and wanting to get some action. Is like,
I just say before they say anything, you guys want to get out of here? Like, kind of wink at them.
Actually, roll a persuasion check.
Love the staghorns, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing both. Some great models there.
He looks down at you and he goes, "The both of us."
Is it a he or a she?
That's a he.
All right.
Yeah.
Too late now. He's rolled it.
Yeah. Sorry, like you're committed now, I guess.
No, you've persuaded them, all right.
Yeah, hey, it's 21st century.
And then the other one comes across and grabs your hand and says, "Well, let's have at it then." And then start to drag you away.
We've seen the difference between a druid and a cleric there, haven't we? Within like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Are you going willingly, as they both seem to be quite willingly wanting you to join them?
Can I insight check their sincerity?
You wouldn't need to. They are incredibly sincere.
Right. Then can we go after the fight, or?
If you must. And they come back in and slaps you on the ass as you walk past. It's okay.
I slap him back on the ass.
Oh,
at the same time.
She likes it. He loves it.
Fantastic. Compare that with someone smiling. Yeah, freak. That's a different.
All right.
Variety is the spice in it. You know what I mean?
Then this one comes over to Constantine and going, "Want to bet with some coin?"
I haven't actually got any coin to lose, so do I chance it and say?
See.
Sounds like you don't always have to have monetary bets.
Yeah, I might say to him, going, all right, if I was to, if I was a bit short of coin, what I am interested in wagering, but what can we do?
Depending on what the bet is on. For example, I believe that my two lovely counterparts here, friends of mine, even though they lost, and one of them lost to Lucifer before, I believe that they will take care of your two in less than 3 rounds. So before the beginning of the 4th round, they will take both of them out. If I lose, I will offer you my services as a healer for anything you might need while you're in town.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it?
You see?
And if
However,
you don't lose, and if you win,
if I win, you will bring whatever additional coin you make while in town to the Fisher's Nip, and you will pay me back. I assume the likes of you that came in here tonight will be filled with coin or similar before you leave. Let's say 10 gold.
so let me get this straight. If you lose, we can take your services as a healer. If you win, we get you 10 gold by the time we leave town.
And services as a healer. If we buy them.
You are
Maybe.
confident that you will win. I will give you 10 gold and my services as a healer. If I lose, I get 10 gold from you before you leave town.
I'll take that.
Okay. And then she thinks about it and goes, easiest 10 gold I will ever make. Okay.
I think you may have oversold yourself or undersold yourself, madam, but
Perhaps do you want to change the bet?
no, I think I'm perfectly happy with the stakes as they are, but I think we will we will see.
And she walks over to these other here at the start. Garavid, with all of that happening around as you psych yourself up by crossing swords, you get yourselves ready to go into this battle. The wall goes up again to stop people from the outside from interfering. The weapons that you have in your hands get that shimmer and shape. You see the same shimmer on the sword of the lady over here as well. You don't see any shimmer on the other one as she stands or in the corner, sort of still draped and covered over in the corner.
All right.
Go.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar on a second level.
Ooh, okay, go for it. You roll Arms of Hadar at a second level. They both need to make strength saving throws. Okay.
That was shit, wasn't it? A 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
Could have been 18 on both of them. I got 6. They take half. So you get 3.
What would that have done?
They both pass, so they take 3 points of damage. That is one of the worst possible rolls you could roll, but they take 3 points of damage.
That's just
better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Yeah, true.
Okay, does it stay there? No, that's just a singular attack, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
You've moved over into there. You fire out these Arms of Hadar. They stand there and they get hit. But you notice that when there's this sort of like electrical sort almost thing coming between both of them, and they're sharing like this sort of there's a aura that seems to pass between the two of them.
Are they healing?
Curious, like, or sharing a health pool, perhaps.
Okay.
Feel free to make a quick, sort of really quick investigation as you quickly just glance across.
Oh, was that for me or was that for?
That's all right. You're up close and you sort of only see it just like a little flare as you do hit them with the Arms of Hadar. They don't seem to take much damage, and there seems to be this sort of connection between them, but you'd have no idea what it is. Okay, Keef.
That's me done.
Okay. I can move 25. I'd like to have gone there. but I'll move next to my compatriot.
Go for it.
And I will attack the one without the shield. I feel like
Okay.
the wizard one would be the better target. Okay, so a rapier to hit. I don't do anything.
Onesies, man.
You come up. You come up there, up close, and go to hit with this rapier, but sort of just something about it. Just you for some reason go wide with that attack.
And then shamefully we'll try and attack with the dagger then.
Go for it.
It was somewhat better.
Yeah, and you go and stab in with the dagger to this creature here, and
big three.
Yeah.
Big three. Is that actually just one? Because I don't get the +2 because it's the extra attack.
It's the extra attack. That is one.
So just do one big damage.
One big damage. And you hear this. You hear this sort of. And then sort of fiddles around, and it's like sort of sound.
Spiritual dildo out again.
Okay.
If you hold the mouse over it, it tells you how it's made. That's
yes, over the actual roll. 1 + 4.
So then that's your turn.
So I just keep rolling natural ones.
Then the one with the shield turns around and looks straight at Garavid, and having seen you use Arms of Hadar, turns around to you and
because I am clearly not a threat.
Well, that's not necessarily true, as she looks at both of you, and then you get Arms of Hadar straight back at you.
Oh God! No. My strength is terrible.
Complete replication of the exact same thing back at you. Both make strength saving throws.
Fucking bollocks.
Oh, and I rolled a 1 again. Oh, no. God.
Oh, no.
I think I've rolled like straight 3 ones in a row.
Hey!
Oh, God.
Say it's the loneliest number.
She rolled incredibly high on the damage as well.
Oh, God.
So you take 17 points of damage.
Oh.
See? That's what
how
it
you're
should have
supposed
been.
to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it.
17 points of damage.
I am rocked to the core.
As this sort of like the thingo, the shield thing in between, and then you.
Oh, but as a reaction, I might
Cry.
Yeah.
Can I cry as a bonus action?
I'm gonna do my hellish rebuke on her.
Okay, go for it.
I don't want to be that guy, but I don't believe you can
on
have
magic
a reaction if you fail the save.
It'll be okay. I'll be okay with it. She passes the saving throw anyway, so it would take half of that. It doesn't seem to phase her at all with with the damage that you do there, and she sort of looks at you and goes, "What did you think I was weak?" And then she clicks her fingers over her shoulder, and the person behind just has a shield come around. This sort of glow comes around her as stands there. Okay, that's her turn. This cloaked figure is standing there.
I did 9 points of damage though, and she still laughed at me.
Yeah.
Was that 8? No.
This other one next to her sort of just reaches up to her friend and just puts her hand on her shoulder and just says, "Go easy on them." And then you see that the scars from your arms of Hadar and the hellish rebuke that you had just given to her vanish completely.
Oh, fuck.
And she
Can't
stands
get
there.
magic through, can we, from outside?
Make a Thingo and Keef, make a Keef and Garavid make quick perception checks.
Massive. It's killing me. This.
Just rolling dice is killing me, literally.
Keef, Keef, this is a familiar sounding voice that you just heard.
It's not a certain barmaid, is it?
It sounds very similar to a certain barmaid but you don't remember her having any powers or anything before before you left a few days ago. You don't remember anything like this. But yeah,
You've really pissed her off.
Familiar.
Seems very familiar with the sound of Isabella von Rudolph that you have had.
It's very acquainted with her.
Very, very much acquainted with.
And in the biblical sense.
And that is her go as she just sort of heals up and then stands there in the ring. Garavid, what do you do? That is one round gone. With Constantine.
I'm nearly dead.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Sapping Sting on the shielded one.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? How do I share that? That doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was a save on. Yeah, do you know, a Constitution?
So you sort of fire out, and this sort of necrotic-looking damage comes around, and she sort of sees it coming and manages to sort of protect from it a little bit with this sort of same aura that's traveling between her and the other one, helping out a bit, and she sort of starts to sort of have some black lines going up the face, but not too much more, just a little bit.
So she saved the Constitution save?
She did, yeah.
God damn it. All right, I'll do my second wind as a.
Go for it. Okay. Keef, standing at slightly shorter of your of your most recent and most admired lover. What do you do?
The shittest thing, sorry, with D&D Beyond is like you can't change the dice you're using on it.
No.
No.
You know what I mean? When the sabotage you can't be like, no.
Is there a way for like my action I can use my sword to kind of take the hood off?
You can.
I would do that as my action to do like.
Okay.
De-hood her.
As like.
She's actually going to try to contest against it. So make a sleight of hand. I guess you're like a contested.
Really, a dex?
A contested, so yeah, so sleight of hand is dex, so make a contested like sleight of hand. That'll actually pass. So you sort of lift up the rapier to flick at the hood. As she had sort of reached up to hold the hand on the other, the hood flies back, and you get audible gasps from in the room, of the entire room. There's audible gasps.
He's unmasked her.
Oh my God. It's the bar woman.
So they're standing.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky gnomes.
you unmask the sort of long blonde hair, sort of curly, wavy blonde hair of Isabella von Rudolph, of which at this point in time, a bunch of the people nearby sort of step back a little bit, sort of thing, and start whispering to each other in the room. The lady here sort of sits there and goes, "I told you not to get in the ring." And she goes, "It was okay. It's okay." Yeah, that's your action to do that at the moment. That's what's happened. Okay.
I'm just flabbergasted. I'm like, Isabella, just in shock.
Yeah, and she used her time to talk to the other lady, so she hasn't reacted yet to that. Okay, the other one with the shield, sort of seeing Garavid doing this and seeing Keef there, will sort of turn around and go,
call it off anytime you want, love. If you're having second thoughts,
now's the time.
Looks back at Isabella and goes,
if you want.
She looks back at Isabella and goes, "Well, I won't kill them, but should we?" And then she grabs onto her, and I just need to check something.
If I have more level 2 slots, I'd have thrown another dildo in there.
She grabs onto Isabella's arm and holds onto her, and then they bamf out of the ring and start to and bolt out of the building.
Whoa! Hey, what's going on here?
Can I try and give chase? With my
You
tiny legs.
Can try to give chase at the start of next week's session.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing.
Well, I'm not letting this woman leave.
Which one?
This one here.
The one that made the bet with Constantine.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere.
Constantine won the bet, though, right?
Yeah, I must have won the bet.
Yeah, exactly. But she's going to call forfeit. I reckon she's going to come up with something like.
So to be brutal, we can play that out at the start of the next week. Although brutally honest, the only person who knows of that bet is Constantine. So.
All right. Well, Constantine. Yeah. All right. So I'll go back up here then.
But yes, bit of a shorter session, a bit of just a fight.
That was superb, Mark. That was really
great sesh, mate.
Yeah, it's nice doing that.
Cool.
Bit of a cheeky battle.
Just to give you, so there was actually technically no cheating because Lucifer has a subclass of fighter called an Echo Knight.
Wow, you know what?
Echo Knight. Subclass of what? Of what?
A subclass of fighter.
Subclass of fighter is Echo Fighter.
Called an Echo Knight fighter. Whoa. It's a critical role content on D&D, but it enables you to have so the idea behind it is that you've learned how to tap into other timelines of yourself. And so you can just call on another timeline of yourself to make the attack you would have made if you had made a different choice. So
that's cool.
It works in this timeline thing.
Fantastic.
You may or may not have won or lost some allies or enemies or whatever in this arena, but hope it was enjoyable. And we'll.
It's not sure I'd have fancied Lukey if it was 1-on-1, but
yeah, that would have been tricky 1-on-1.
Yeah, well,
I thought like flurry of blows, given that I could take 3 damage off each of them, and with sneak attack as well on your part, Greg, just felt like a good balance there. And he hadn't healed. You know.
Yeah, I rolled on the hold person, on the first hold person against Toe. I rolled a natural 1, and then kept failing. And actually, the one where you held the action to do it was another natural 1 to try to get out of it. And then sort of rolled a natural 2 against Cirrus. So it was like terrible rolling for that. But he didn't get a chance to go out and fully heal up. Anyway, we'll pick it up from there.
Nice.
That's all right. Sorry about
Appreciate
last week, and yeah.
No worries, man.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
There's more questions now. There's just more questions, which is always awesome.
It should be, man.
Perfect.
Awesome. We'll
Cool.
take it easy, guys.
Look after
Yeah,
yourself.
look after yourself,
Bye-bye.
Mark. Look after yourself,
Have a good
everyone.
Nice to see you, Mark. Hope you're doing okay, matey.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Okay.
All right,
See you
appreciate
later.
it.
Talk to you later.
Take care, gents.
Bye.
Bye. Cool session. Let's yeah. Looking forward to the next week.